back to full strength today?
I'm getting there, I'm just trying to get my wind back and stuff like that. It's only like my third or fourth practice back, so I'm just trying to get back.
How much better did you feel you guys' passing is right now at this point than it was at this point last
passing?
year? Your passing.
Oh, it's great. I mean, we do a great job at finding each other. I found Verdell and Victor a couple times, cutting to the basket. So, I mean, they're great guys. They're going to cut and they want to score, so I give them the ball.
How are you learning to play still off Cody? I know a lot of people, and I know you've talked about this too, just kind of him letting you slide back to a more comfortable position. How's that sort of coming along, you learning to play with him on the court?
Oh, it's coming good. We play with each other every day. I haven't been practicing too much, so, I mean, we still working some kinks out. But, I mean, we should be ready by the time we get ready to go.
Austin, do you feel like you're carving out a role as more than just, a pure shooter? And maybe people would have said before.
Yeah. I mean, I know people thought that I could only just shoot, and I just go out and try to prove to everyone that I can play defense and that I can cut to the basket and create shots for everyone else too. So it's one thing I try to show people.
What do you feel like your role is kind of shaping up to be on this team?
I mean, it's pretty much just everything. I mean, shooter, and then the guy who, can play the four if they need to, if we want to go small and stuff like that. So it's just. It's pretty much everywhere.
Coach McClain said he feels like the game is slowing down for you a little bit, that maybe everything is just clicking a little bit more for you. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, coming from high school, it's definitely a different pace. And it's one thing that I had to get used to because the whole game was at a speed that, I've never played at before. So that was one thing I had to get used to. And, I feel like now I'm starting to get in the rhythm and starting to find my game.
How are you doing with from a stamina standpoint and just the increased intensity of these kind of practices?
It's definitely getting better. The first week was a little tougher, but now about third week now, I think it's getting there.
Austin, are you ready to play someone beside yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
What do you guys need to work on between now and then? What are you happy about?
I feel like I wasn't here last year, and I just feel like as a team we look a lot better, and we just got to keep playing together and just getting used to each other. I think that's the key, just get playing off each other.
Christian,
I know the coaches have been emphasizing defense. How much better are you guys defensively? How good a defensive team can you guys be?
I think we'll be a great defensive team with Cody in the middle. We got some big guys in the middle. Cody and Tom can step in and play some defense. So, I mean, that's all going to help us down the long run.
What kind of changes have you seen from those practices, even sitting on the sidelines like you've been?
Oh, our intensity definitely is going up. Our competitiveness is going up since last year. Everybody wants to play, and we come in here and we get after each other.
And everybody talked about the summer being player-driven. How does that carry into the fall when coaches are leading practices and stuff like that? I mean, where do players still kind of lead?
We still try to lead it. We still try to get each other up, and we try to lead the practice as player-driven. So I mean, that's one of the main things.
Christian, what does Cody's passing do for you offensively?
Oh, it's going to help me tremendously. He's a great big guy. He can see the floor, but he can also score the ball. So him being the third to score the ball is going to help me too.
How much improvement in vocal leadership has Jordan Holtz provided?
Oh, he's a great leader. He does a great job at knowing everything, knowing where everybody's supposed to be, not just his position. And, he demands the best from us, and we try to give him that.
How anxious are you ready to play someone besides you guys self?
Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait to get it started.
Even though it's an exhibition game, how important is it?
Oh, it's very important. It's a chance to get out there and play somebody else, and you always want to win.
Okay, I'm going to take these two, and I'll bring two more in.
Thanks.
What I guess, last year there was a lot of dribbling. It seemed like you guys really moving the ball for either one of you guys. What did you think of the way the passing worked, especially on the breaks and things like that in the open court?
I feel like we're really moving the ball well right now. That's going to get us open shots. That's one of the keys. It's we just got to swing it around to get open shots, and I think we did a nice job of that tonight.
How do you feel you and Christian are playing off of each other already?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get used to how each person plays. It's just kind of figuring out, what each guy likes to do. And Christian's definitely a good player, and I'm looking forward to playing with him in the next few years.
How tough has that been for the whole group of you guys down low, just to kind of learn how to play off of each other and find the right spots and spacing and stuff like that?
It just takes time. These last couple of weeks of practice has helped, but it's just going to take time. It might be a couple weeks before it clicks. It might be who knows how long it's going to take, but after a while we'll figure it out, and hopefully we'll will work well together.
Can you talk about your improvement over the last 2 weeks since you started?
Yeah, I mean, the coaches can work with us now, so that's really been a big help. You know, they can work with us as far as little things that we need to work on, and then you know, spend time with us in the gym instead of you know a couple hours each week like it was before. So it's definitely helped.
What about foul trouble? I think it seems to be that could be a problem, maybe.
Yeah, tonight it was. I think I'll be all right.
What do you have to concentrate on to do so you won't get into foul trouble?
Tonight I wasn't moving my feet real well. I had my hands in there a few plays, but it's just little things that I'll get it fixed.
Matt, your ability, and I know coaches talk about getting lost in the game so that you end up with an open shot. Talk about that and your role this year.
Well, I mean, a lot of that starts just from the way we've been moving the ball. We've been doing a great job in practice and really eliminating the lulls where we get into where we were dribble happy or something like that. We seem to be moving the ball well and playing off of each other well as running the break. That's important to get out in transition because that's one of the easiest areas to get lost in throughout the course of a game. And I feel like we've been doing that pretty well so far. We've obviously got to continue to build as the season nears, and I think we are. And then that makes my job easier, just to play off of these guys and to learn each of their skill sets and what they like, what they're accustomed to, and trying to adapt around that and find open shots where I can. But, I mean, we've been doing a good job moving the ball, and that makes the game a lot easier for everybody.
Do you feel like guys like you and Jordan that do just kind of try to get lost, especially in transition, do you feel like it's getting easier for you this year to find space like that?
I mean, it obviously always is going to get easier the more that we're around each other, especially adding these new freshmen in and learning how they run the floor and learning their tendencies. But just being a more mature team and understanding the importance of running and getting out after a rebound and spreading the floor and really moving the ball, it makes it easier for everybody, not just guys like Jordan and myself. It really helps, especially the big guys, because they get a lot of opportunities in the post.
Cody, it seemed like you guys were more effective moving the ball through the post in the second half. What kind of adjustments did you guys make kind of going after that first half?
I mean, we didn't make any real big adjustments, but you know, it's always one of the keys. Whether it's me or Derek or Tom or any of those guys, it always helps, you know, get it inside, whether it's us that shoots it or if it just goes into us and then we can kick it back out for shooters like Matt and Jordy, some of those guys. But it definitely helps to get it inside.
Hey, Matt, how different is Derek look now that he's healthy? It seems like he's moving completely different.
Yeah, obviously he's struggled a lot with injuries over the past couple of years, and a lot of them were just minor tweaks here and there, but they really affected his play. And just to get him back healthy and get a full win when he's playing. And I thought he did a good job tonight running the floor, and he's got to fight through that. I know it's hard for him in practice every day going up against guys like Cody who run the floor very well, and it challenges him, and it's bringing the best out of him. And he's had a lot of guys like Cody and Jeff who are pushing him in different parts in practice and really doing what they can to make him better.
Cody, Coach has talked about you just maybe having more big bodies to defend than you ever did at any sustained point in high school. I mean, is that fair to say that you're just getting more big guys thrown at you in practice than you ever really did in high school, and what's that done for your defense?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I played against it a lot in AAU and stuff, so it's not too big of a change, but you know, I think the biggest difference is the strength. I mean, they're a few years older than me, and they got that strength on me. As far as Elston's a lot stronger, Tom's bigger, even Jeff is pretty strong. So yeah, I think that's the biggest difference right now.
Talk a little bit how Tom was playing. We didn't get to see him tonight. You know, tough to go in every day.
Yeah, he's definitely a big body. He knows he kind of knows the ropes of college basketball. You know, he has little tricks here and there, but he knows how to play. After you played this long in college basketball, then you know, you kind of have the game figured out.
Cody, how much have you talked to your brothers about your freshman year in college and some things you can learn what they talk to you about?
I mean, not a whole lot specifically, but any problems that I have, I can always call them, and they're always pretty good and understanding about it. But it's always good to kind of have them as far as if I have any problems or need them, I can just call them whenever I need to.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, fellas.